We're right now getting off the ship in the port of Langkawi, Malaysia. And of course, that's the ship. Our cabin's up there. Oh, up there. Taxi service island tour, money changer. Anyway, we're gonna walk down this dock, pier, whatever you want to call it, and see what's up over there. There's a ship behind us, or Langkawi. We're gonna walk down this dock and see where that takes us. Like every other port, you run the gauntlet of taxi drivers. We just passed about 20, and here's several more. They're fairly quiet. Now, here we go. So, anyway, he wants to be a star.
Taxi, bus.
Anyway, so it looks like a lot of people are just going to walk, maybe. So you can't see it, but I'm shaking my head no constantly. But anyway, so we just got off the big pier there, and there's some building here, I don't know what, the lighthouse, and a crowd of ship passengers headed this direction. So we're going to see what that brings us. We came by the Resort World Hotel, and now we're walking down this road, and I think right over that rise is the town. So we're going to try that. The cab drivers keep stopping, asking us if we want a cab, and we're going to do it without a cab, see how that goes. One guy told us it was 50 ringgits a person, which, oh, I guess it's not that much. It's a big resort here, and the ocean. Town is right through that gap, I believe. On the map, it looked like there was a small beach around here, but I don't really see any beach. And you know what? I wouldn't go in that water anyway. No offense to the Langkawians, but you know, that looks like seaport water. A lot of boats there though. So the taxi driver offered to take us over for 50 ringgits each, which would be $10 or so each. It seems like a $5 ride. We've come to this little, I'm going to call it a fishing village. I don't know. Got a little beach there. Lots of boats. I think they're tourist boats though, but I think a lot of them are fishing boats. I don't know. And then there's like a house or condos up there on the hill. Come to this little village here. We decided to walk down and have a look. You know, I'm going to take this road rather than those stairs. Janet chose the stairs, and she wants to island hop. Yeah? Apparently you can feed eagles somewhere around here. We're going down. These guys appear to be taking a tour somewhere. I see pieces of coral on the beach. See them? That's coral, that's coral, that's coral. So apparently there's coral out there, and a lot of it, unless they've already taken it all up. That's a fishing boat. And that's trash. And a lot of coral and shells. Some barnacles.
And trash.
So see, that was underwater and it's a piece of coral, right? Nice coral too, but you know, it's dead and up here. Anyway, oh, I did it again. So here's what this place looks like. Look at that. So see, these are the holes the crabs dig. And here's one right here. See him moving around? Right there. But we're thinking maybe there are some larger crabs. The plane! The plane! So, the ship's through those trees. We got some other tourists coming up. They're probably off the ship. That was this fishing village on the other side of those trees. The hotels were down that road. We're going to cross over this pass. And I think when we get to the top of it, we'll see a town. If I read the map correctly. You hear the bugs? I mean, this is a dense jungle on each side of us. Part of me wants to traipse through it, but I don't have my machete. So I'll just go where they keep it clean and rocky. We reach the top of the pass. Hold on. And as we round the bend here, I see buildings. So there's a town. I'm gonna walk down there. On the map, it looked like it had a fairly nice beach. If it's like that last one, though, I'm not touching the water. We came down from there. Remember, we saw that big building from up there on top of the rise. And here we are in town. If we'd walked non-stop, it probably took 15 minutes, but we stopped and milled about a little bit in this little seaport over there. Fishing village, whatever. So we walked into a hotel and looked around. Remember, the secret, in case you don't already know, is to act like you're staying there, like you belong. So we just walked in, said hi to people as we walked in, looked around till we found the bathroom. That's right there. And now we're gonna head out to the beach. This is called the Holiday something. That's all I remember from the sign. Holiday Villa, Beach Resort and Spa, Langkawi, Malaysia. I have an Italian restaurant here. Looks pretty genuine to me. They have your spaghetti lobster, but you know, classic Italian dish, and your lobster thermidor, also classic Italian dish, right? Okay, so we're gonna walk out here to the beach and see what it's like. And won't that be fun? Hotel's right here. This is the assembly point. Don't know for what. And here's the beach. And it's a pretty nice beach, it looks like. No, we may be the only people out here, other than the workers. Nice beach across the way. Guess you'd have to swim for it or take a boat, though. Looks like more hotels down the way. Looks like a pretty fine powdery sand. Remember, the ship is on the other side of this hill. Well, several hills, but not too far away. But I have to say, the water is not very clear. Looks like California. It's a lot like California. On the beach and the water. I mean, sand's a little bit different color, obviously. But the water's about the same. There's little holes and little tiny, oh look, a little crab came out to visit me. And he's doing these little pellets here. And then they make trails to the other crab holes. And they're all over the beach. We got a couple of Singapore slings at the Holiday Hotel back there. Now we're walking further into town. Although I have a feeling we're not going to see much town really. The ship, of course, is behind us there. And there's these little shops, but either they all have air conditioning or they're all closed, you know, but the doors are mostly closed. We've been walking for a few minutes since we left the hotel where we got the Singapore slings, which by the way were very good and only cost us, you know, $12 total. It's low season here, so there's not a lot of people around. I don't know in high season whether it's a whole lot more crowded, but it's like there's very few people around. Cars go by periodically. The sidewalk is made of these tiles. There's shops, I guess, but they don't seem open. And then the ones that are open don't seem open even. And then there's places like that. We're getting down into the heart of it. There's that Chinese restaurant. I don't know what that sign says, but I'm sure it says where we are. There's some melons. Hi! Oh look, yellow watermelon? That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, USA okay. There've been some stores, not a lot of stores, but you know, if you want a souvenir, there was that little mall-like place. I see a guy over there parasailing. So the beach is right over here. A lot of construction down here. A lot of hotels and condos and whatever being built. This place is getting really popular. A lot of restaurants. And look at coconut palms. You know, when I'm on a cruise, I will rarely eat at a restaurant on shore. And I mean very rarely. Because I've already paid for the food. I won't even pay the extra for a specialty restaurant on the ship, right? Because I paid. But that's my personal feeling. A lot of these little like ponds and fountains and things. Ooh, they've got the buns. There's some interesting stuff. However, I did pay for a Singapore sling back there at the Holiday Inn. That's not as delicious looking. Anyway, now the road is taking a turn. It's been almost perfectly straight all the way from the ship. But now we're getting into like downtown whatever. I mean, Langkawi is the island. I don't know what town we're in even. We're only going to go a little further and then we're going to head back to the ship. I'm inclined to go down this road here, but I'm also inclined to just turn around. Oh yeah, I think we want to go there. I see some stores along there. So we're going to cross this road, go through those stores, and then head back to the ship, I think. Give you a little panorama. Oh, there you go. Found Debbie's place, Irish pub, Langkawi. They have drop beers on tap, sports on large screen, and music on large screen. We have beer as cold as your ex-girlfriend's heart. Right? So you know how cold that is, don't you? Here's another little Happy Smart. I take this and throw it in there. Cocoa ring. Fika lemon wafer bar. Super ring. Potato chips. Roller coasters. Corn toes. Anyway, oh, look at that. That looks delicious.
Oh, man.
Here's a construction wall, and I guess they let people paint on it. Of course, he's got coconuts and rope for some reason. There's some fancy graffiti on there.
No, thank you.
Wants me to buy some coconut, and I don't want it. If I did, I'd pick my own, right? Anyway, so we're almost as far as we're going to go. This road probably goes on for miles, but it's really just more of the same. Construction, cars, resorts, and little stores. Main part of a town. I see a lot of cabs waiting to take people back or wherever, back to their hotels, back to the ship. They're red and yellow. And up ahead, in the distance, there's a signpost. It says McDonald's. So there's a McDonald's here. And a place that sells that stuff. And a place that sells that stuff. And has orange and black chopsticks. See them in there? Duty-free shop. So, but here's like a main part of town, I guess. And there's the cabs waiting. McDonald's Langkawi. What? So they have fried chicken at this McDonald's. Looks like they have cheeseburgers, Big Mac. Big Mac $11. So that would be about $3.